He's fighting to a bloodbath if he can. It's the only way he wins the fight. So that means he's going to take risks. He's going to do everything that he didn't do in the first fight. He'll try and get...
Life's a risk. You could walk outside, get run over, anything can happen. But in this sport, I'm prepared for this risk. This is a risk that I know that I've been trained from since I was, 5 or 7 years.
Duke McKenzie acknowledges that Daniel Dubois has come a long way. He's calmer now, sharper with his punches. But the moment Usyk's name enters the conversation, that praise hits a wall. That's the kind of presence Usyk brings. Duke understands that while Dubois has improved, this fight is a different level entirely. Against most fighters, he might stand a real chance.
If he was fighting anybody else other than Oleksandr Usyk, I would pick him to win. But what they're convinced...
You think he is number 2 heavyweight in the world right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Duke McKenzie tells the truth. Usyk is not getting slower. Not at all. People think Dubois will do better this time, but Duke says Usyk will do better too. And that's the big problem. You can't beat someone who does well when things get hard. Maybe Dubois' team hopes Usyk will get tired, but thinking that might be a big mistake. Still, even when Duke gave a strong warning, Dubois answered with strong words. He still believes in himself.
I think that what Dubois' team are clearly overlooking is the fact that if Dubois raises his game, then Usyk will raise his game. Usyk isn't shot, he's not over the hill. He's got plenty of miles left on the clock, I believe. And I think if whatever Daniel Dubois brings to this fight, Usyk will still...
Daniel Dubois is full of energy and excited. He talks about making history and being great, but dreams don't throw punches, and feelings can't beat a smart boxer like Usyk. It's good that Dubois believes in himself, but believing isn't the same as blocking punches. If Dubois thinks he can win just by hoping, he might be surprised when Usyk starts learning all his moves. What would you do if you were in this fight? Tell us in the comments. Next, George Fox talks about how strong Dubois really is and why he still could be a big danger.
This time around, it's going to be totally different. I'm gonna win for a start, and we're going to just change history. It's going to be, all eyes are going to be on this. This is the biggest fight in the world, and I'm so confident. And
George Fox knows Dubois is very strong. He hits really hard, like a hammer with both hands. But hitting Usyk just right is not that easy. George talks about the basics of boxing, but even good basics don't always work against someone as smart as Usyk in the ring. This fight isn't just about one big moment. It's about making it through all 12 rounds without getting lost in Usyk's speed and style. Now let's look ahead to the rematch, Usyk versus Dubois, and see how all these words might change the fight coming next.
A heavy puncher. In both hands carries dynamite, and it's just going to be a case of picking his moments, believing in his work, and there are 3 or 4 fundamental things that he must do. And if he does, then he'll have success.
Johnny Nelson thinks maybe Usyk doesn't care as much anymore, but that's a risky thing to believe. Usyk has never been loud. He's quiet but dangerous. He doesn't talk big. He just fights big. He just fights big. He's not losing interest. He's planning every move, waiting for the right time to strike. If Dubois' team thinks Usyk is weak because he's calm, they're making the same mistake other teams made before. Usyk being quiet isn't a bad sign, it's a warning. He gets ready like a smart leader going into battle. The more calm he is, the more trouble he causes. Johnny's words might make people wonder, but the truth is, Usyk doesn't need to talk to scare people. He lets his punches do the talking, and when the fight starts, his silence will turn into sharp, strong hits. And that's not all. Johnny's next talk shows just how smart Usyk is in the ring compared to Dubois.
Usyk talking like that, he's got 1 foot out already if he's talking like that. That means, as far as I'm concerned, I sense his appetite is slipping away. He's very professional, gets the job done, knows what he has to do in the ring and in training. But to me, he's now 1 foot out.
Johnny Nelson gets it just right. There's a big difference between just fighting and really thinking while you fight. Usyk doesn't just throw punches. He changes his plan in the middle of the round. He moves smart, thinks fast, and makes new choices while the fight is happening. Dubois is strong, for sure. He listens to his coach. But thinking and changing plans during a tough fight, that's something only the best can do. And Usyk is one of the best. Dubois is getting better, but getting better isn't the same as becoming great. Usyk is really good at changing his pace, messing up patterns, and making strong fighters look lost. Dubois may feel brave walking into the ring, but being brave won't help when Usyk is thinking faster than him at every step. Johnny tells the hard truth. Usyk uses his brain like a computer in the ring. Dubois might forget what to do when things get wild. And that's how fights are lost. Not with fists, but with the mind. But just when it looks like Dubois might be in trouble, Eddie Hearn steps in, and what he says gives fans a bit of hope.
Usyk, he has the ability to think in the ring. Daniel has the ability to remember in the ring. And if you can think in the ring, it means you can change the direction of a fight.
Eddie Hearn is doing what he always does, talking up the fight and giving people hope for Dubois. But let's look closer. He talks about activity, and that's not a small thing, it's a big warning. Dubois didn't fight Parker and now has to go straight into another fight with Usyk, who is smart and always ready. That's risky. Yes, fans will love the match, but for Dubois, it's like climbing a huge mountain without air. Eddie sounds hopeful, but it's more for the crowd. Not because it's a smart plan. Deep down, he knows Usyk's quick moves and smart style are a big problem for fighters like Dubois, who like to fight in a steady rhythm. This isn't about who feels strong, it's like a game of chess. And Usyk already knows Dubois' first move. Unless Dubois shows something very different this time, the fight could end like the last one, just even faster. Eddie is supporting his fighter, of course, but if you really listen, you can hear the worry in his voice. And if you're still unsure, just wait. Froach is about to speak, and he brings a dose of truth to all this excitement.
I think I'll give Dubois a shot in that fight. It's a good time. I mean, a little bit of inactivity because of the fight falling through against Joseph Parker, but you know, it's exciting, and I think definitely a
Froach stays fair. He says good things about Dubois, but he still picks Usyk as the favorite, and he's being honest. Dubois might be stronger now, but is that enough to beat someone who's already beaten top fighters again and again? Froach talks about maybe Usyk getting older, but the truth is, Usyk still looks sharp. He moves well, speaks clearly, and doesn't get tired. He's still fighting like he's at his best. Froach knows Dubois is in danger, but he says there's still a small chance. The problem is, that chance is blocked by one of the smartest and quickest boxers today. If Dubois wants to win, he needs more than just belief. He has to do something no one else has done since Usyk became a heavyweight. And that's really hard. Still think this rematch is all about that low blow? Just wait. Tony Belleu is next, and he's ready to clear things up.
You land a shot on here, this is a good shot, it's a body shot. The referee didn't do that. Bottom part of the glove was...
Tony Belleu doesn't believe the excuses, and he's right. The low blow story was the only thing Dubois had after getting outboxed. But Tony reminds everyone, Usyk fights clean, no cheating, just smart moves and perfect timing. Tony makes it clear, Usyk's skills are way ahead. He's faced strong fighters, fast ones and tough ones, and beat them all. Dubois is strong, yes, but if you don't have smart boxing skills, power alone won't help. Last time, Dubois couldn't handle the pressure, not because of a foul, but because Usyk was smarter in the ring. Tony says it plain, no shortcuts, no excuses. If Dubois wants to win this time, he has to fight hard and earn it. And even then, Usyk will be ready, and he might have answers Dubois still can't figure out. Simple as that. Next, Tyson Fury speaks up, reminding everyone what happened last time, and what Dubois must do now if he really wants payback.
He'll come across a completely different skill set than Oleksandr Usyk. You gotta remember he's been in there.
Tyson Fury says good luck to Dubois, but it doesn't sound very strong. He talks about the body shot that caused a lot of talk, but not much action. Even Tyson knows that hoping for one lucky punch is not a real plan. Let's be honest, Usyk didn't fall apart after that hit. He got back up, stayed calm, and took control of the fight. Fury knows how hard it is to even hit Usyk cleanly, let alone knock him out. When he says do your best, it sounds more like he's being careful, not like he truly believes Dubois can win. If Dubois is just hoping to land the same punch and Usyk won't recover, that's not a strong plan. Usyk is not coming in weak. He's coming in smarter, faster, and ready for that punch this time. Fury might wish for an upset, but deep down, even he knows, unless Dubois brings something totally new, Usyk will win again. And this time, there won't be any talk about fouls, just a clear win. And just when it feels like it can't get more real, Dave Caldwell steps in to explain what really makes Usyk different from all the rest.
Rather fight right now, Usyk, because I want me revenge in England. That's all I want. I want a fair shout, and I don't believe I've got a fair shout the last 2 times.
Dave Caldwell gives Dubois a bit of praise. He says Dubois is brave and full of confidence. But then Dave talks about something most people are missing. Usyk may be older now, but he's not just any fighter. He's something special. That one sentence says a lot. He's a different animal. Other boxers slow down with age. But Usyk still thinks fast, moves smart, and stays in great shape. Even after tough fights, he doesn't look weak. He looks even smarter. Dave doesn't believe the drama about the low blow. He says if you take away that one moment, Usyk was in full control. The rest of the fight showed how smart and strong he really is, with perfect moves, pressure, and heart. Dubois might be strong, but rushing into a fight with Usyk without a plan is dangerous. You can't beat a smart fighter like Usyk with just confidence. You need surprise, lots of punches, and a plan that lasts all 12 rounds. So far, Dubois hasn't shown that. Dave's message is simple. Usyk is not like other boxers. He learns, he adjusts, and then he takes over. Dubois might think he's fighting a weaker Usyk, but he's actually walking into a fight with a man who's been tested and is now even more dangerous. And if anyone still doesn't believe how great Usyk is, Adam Smith is about to prove it with a powerful message about legacy.
Good fight. Where Dubois is now, he's very confident, very bullish, but Usyk's older, he's had more wear and tear. The fights with Fury have taken a lot out of him. Don't underestimate that. But Usyk's he's a different animal. He's a different animal. And ultimately, you got to remember, take away that one shot, whether you thought it was low or not, that one bit of drama, take away that.
Adam Smith doesn't hold back. He says Usyk is the best fighter of this whole generation, and honestly, how can anyone say he's wrong? Usyk beat everyone at cruiserweight using smart skills. Then he moved up to heavyweight and started beating the best there too. People thought AJ was too big, Chisora too tough, and Fury too clever, but Usyk stayed calm, changed his game, and beat them all. This isn't just about winning, it's about making history while we watch. Adam points out something big. Usyk beat AJ 2 times in a row. That's huge. AJ was a world champion. Then Usyk beat Tyson Fury too. He's taken down some of the biggest names in British boxing and made it look easy. Usyk has everything. Quick feet, a smart brain, strong energy, a tough chin, and perfect aim. He's one of a kind, but Dubois thinks heart and hunger will be enough. Adam's message is clear. This isn't just a fight for a title. It's a test against one of the greatest boxers ever. And if Dubois isn't ready to make history, he might just become another name Usyk adds to his list. Still think people are hyping Usyk too much? Just wait. Lennox Lewis is about to speak, and when he talks, people listen.
Oleksandr Usyk is the best fighter in boxing, period. Of this generation, what he's done at cruiserweight, what he's done at heavyweight, what he's done to all the other British fighters, to do the double over AJ, the double over...
Lennox Lewis, one of the best heavyweight boxers ever, says Usyk is the real deal, and that means a lot. Lennox knows what it takes to be the best in this weight class. So when he says Usyk is the one to watch, people listen. He's not just guessing. He sees a champion who's done everything. Usyk has won Olympic gold. He was the best at cruiserweight. Now he's winning at heavyweight too. Lennox talks about something Dubois can't copy: experience. Usyk has been in big fights, stayed strong under pressure, and kept his cool when things got tough. That's what makes a true champion. Dubois is brave, yes. But experience and skill come from years of hard work, and Usyk has done that work. Lennox says you can see it every time Usyk steps into the ring. He breaks fighters in the mind even before he starts landing big punches. Lennox doesn't believe in hype. He believes in what he sees, and with Usyk, he sees greatness. Usyk doesn't need to talk loud. He just waits for the bell, and when it rings, he always shows up. And now, with all the experts giving their views and the fight getting closer, it's time to look at what's really on the line in this big rematch.
Britain. It's not an easy task, but he's definitely the man that can go through with it. He's done the work, he's gone through the pedigree, and he's a certified champion. So I think he has big hopes on doing it. He's going to do it.
This rematch is not just a fight, it's a big moment that could change heavyweight boxing forever. If Oleksandr Usyk wins again, it proves he's one of the smartest fighters ever. He won't just beat Dubois twice, he'll show that skill, brains, and timing are stronger than size and power. He ruled cruiserweight, and now he's doing the same in the heavyweight world with the same smart moves. But if Daniel Dubois does the impossible and wins, everything changes. People will stop asking if he's tough enough. He'll become the man who beat a legend, the man who changed the story with his own 2 fists. Here's the big question: who wants it more? Usyk has already won a lot, but he still fights like he's hungry for more. Dubois fights like this is his one chance to show he's not just strong, he's special. This is brain versus strength, a champion chasing legacy versus a man fighting for respect. And no matter how you see it, the pressure has never been higher. This isn't just about winning belts, it's about proving something big. If Usyk wins, everyone will see him as the master of the division. If Dubois wins, the heavyweight world will be shaken up. Now it's your turn. Who are you picking? Do you believe in Usyk's genius, or are you backing Dubois to shock the world? Tell us in the comments. This fight is going to be one to remember.